I feel like this is sitting down with kids saying that mommy and daddy are going to get a divorce. So I kind of have a secret. No, I guess it's not even. Well, I can't hide it as a secret. My body actually shows it quite honestly. On this channel, 517 Fitness, my goal is to help people lose weight and gain faith. It is something I have struggled with my whole life. My weight and just how I have viewed myself physically. But my goal with 517 Fitness was through all of the knowledge I've accumulated to help others find success. And sadly, it's a success that I haven't fully even reached myself. I think there was a part of me that wanted to, in doing this, really step up my personal health priority in my own life. And in starting a business and doing stuff, it really actually took a lot more time away from my personal life and my personal health. So that's actually the real reason for this new vlog series that I'm starting. So today is day 0. It is the foundation day, kind of laying it out to you guys. I'll be measuring myself, going over kind of the game plan, and yeah, you guys will be able to watch throughout the 40 days. So realistically, I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this, but also scared for this. Excited because, like in any weight loss journey, the excitement of actually reaching that goal is really exciting. I've said exciting like 800 times in this sentence, but it's really cool. The part that's scary is I don't want to fail. But what would fail, and speaking out to you and kind of self-therapying this, failure to me would be quitting this, in all honesty. I'm not expecting to be at my I'm super happy goal weight and body fat by the end of this 40 days. I know that it's possible to get really close to that, but my real goal is to every day be pushing towards that goal. And so my biggest fear is that I would fail making these videos and not doing this and kind of just let it fall to the wayside, which sadly I see in a lot of clients and I myself tend to do. So that's really my biggest fear, is not concluding this process. So what does this process actually look like? It will be 40 days. Throughout the Bible, there are multiple adventures and events that last for 40 days. Jesus in the desert, Moses before he got to the 10 Commandments, Noah and the flood. That's just to name the 3 that are on the top of my head. I know that there's even more. But 40 days tends to be a amount of time throughout the Bible that really amazing things happen, and I would really like something really amazing to happen. So I'm going to be doing this for 40 days. What am I going to be doing for the 40 days? I'm going to be putting in action everything I have been coaching and learning over the last 5 years now. How to work out, how to warm up, all of that stuff, how to eat, eating biblically. Throughout the last 5 years, I've been studying the Bible and the dietary laws and how eating customs were back in that time period. And I've really just created this, I call it the Holy Diet, because it takes the Holy Bible and puts it into diet form. And I'm going to be eating holy for the 40 days. There'll be fasting, there's going to be a detox phase, then there's an actual diet lifestyle component. Working out, I am putting into action what I preach. Part of it is strength training, because strength training works. I also enjoy it. Lifting heavy stuff and slamming heavy stuff down is fun to me. But building that muscle, the quote-unquote science, I mean, the more muscle you can put on your body, the more your metabolism has to work to feed that muscle. So strength training is always a great component. And then I'm going to be boxing more. That's what started this love for fitness and health, is boxing. I started college, thought I was all that and a bag of chips, and I went into the gym thinking I was going to get a lifeguarding job, because for the last 3 years I had lifeguarded at the city pool, which was an Olympic training pool, and I was their top lifeguard. Thought I was the greatest lifeguard, just short of being on Baywatch, and I thought I was just going to walk into this club and they were going to give me a job within seconds. I was not given a job right off the bat. They didn't have any positions for lifeguards, so I just basically said, hey, what do you have a position for? And they said, well, we need somebody to oversee the boxing area. Do you know how to box? And I said, nope, but I can learn. And I learned, and I supervised the boxing area, and then became a personal trainer, teaching people how to box, helping people lose weight. And that's what started this journey of loving the fitness industry and loving helping people lose weight and see those results. So I haven't boxed regularly for years, and I want to get that back into my life. So I'm adding that. So 6 days a week I will be working out. Talk to the wife, which is always important when doing a new thing, is talking to the people that is going to affect the most. So we've set up times, we've set up kind of the scheduling of things so that I can still help out with our two kids, and get them set up in the mornings, but then I can have time to work out every day. But yeah, really excited to start boxing again. So I'll kind of get into the scheduling of how this 40 days is going to work. Throughout it, I'm going to fast. I'm going to start it with a fast. So day one, I will be fasting, and I will go way more in depth into fasting in tomorrow's video. Then I'm going to eat based off of the Holy Detox that I've kind of created. It's just a way to get your body out of fasting into a more healthy lifestyle, and then I'm then going to go into what I call the Holy Diet. I probably will fast on day 20, and kind of spoiler alert to tomorrow's video, fasting is one of those things that really is your communication with God. So mattering on where I'm at on day 20, I have penciled in a fast on day 20, but we'll see how that goes. Then Monday through Saturday I will be working out. 3 days will be boxing, where doing a little bit of body weight exercises, then knocking out 5 rounds of heavy bag and jumping rope and those types of stuff. And then Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday will be weight training days. Tuesdays and Thursdays are going to be more strength driven, and then Saturday is going to be more total body, kind of cardio based HIIT programs, the high intensity interval training setup. So that's that component. Then on top of that, I really want to get back into reading the Bible, hence the losing weight. I just kind of talked to you about that. Now it's the gaining faith part. The gaining faith part will be daily reading from the Bible app. There's a reading plan that I'm going to go through. That is the 40 days. And I will go more in depth into that tomorrow, since it will be day one. But just to kind of, this video is really more me just kind of coming clean, and setting a precedent for what is going to happen over the next 40 days. The next 40 days is really me focusing on 517 fitness, the business, but also using what the business means in my own life. 517 fitness comes from 2 Corinthians 5:17, about becoming a new creation when you accept God into your life. And I accepted God into my life. Well, I mean, I was a kid when I did it, but I personally really feel like I became a Christian, really started to understand my faith in high school. So that was 15 years ago. We're getting close to 15. Wow. But yeah, it's actually putting my faith into real life. I became a new, inside spiritually, but I want to become a new physically too. I don't know why this fell into my head right now, but it's like in the Bible, whenever somebody became a Christian or something, they got a new name, and Saul to Paul, or is it Paul to Saul? No, I think it was Saul to Paul. But I want there to be a physical change in my life as well, and that is losing weight for me personally, but I think that in this journey I will also find that I change a lot in my personality for the better. Maybe I become more patient. Maybe hopefully I'll have more self-control in not eating certain things. But yeah, that's kind of the big picture that I'm really excited about on this journey, and I'm glad that you have decided to come and join me through this. So now we're going to go and do probably the most embarrassing thing I can do and show you how much I weigh and all my measurements. So yeah, we'll at least know where I start. And like I tell all my clients, you have to know where you start so that you can change it. It just is embarrassing because I personally should not have let myself get this way. So with that, let's go out into my garage/gym where my scale is and weigh myself. We are now in my garage, which you can see the garage part of it behind me, but it is also my gym. So this is where I work out. Got my heavy bag for boxing, got my squat rack, got the, what is this? This is 50-pound barbell. Then I've got a 95 barbell there. I've got the whole captain's chair set up. And then my favorite, the good old TRX. This is hands down my favorite piece of equipment when it comes to working out. So let's do the fun thing and see how much I weigh. Let's see if I can just easily do this. All right, let's see how much I weigh. All right, and we're stepping. Well, I'm also going to have the cell phone weight, but that's silly of me to really care about. All right, we've got 236.4, and it disappeared on me, so there's that. Day 0, we were at 236.4. All right, it's on the wall, so it is official. The key here is I plan on not filming I don't plan on weighing myself all that often. Basically, I'm going to do it I'll probably do it day 1 just because I want to see how much I weigh in the morning. And then I'll do it probably day 2 just to see how much I weigh on a fast. Then I'll do it day 6 to see how much I weigh after the detox. And then I might weigh myself once a week. I don't want to be stressed out about that number. I really want to enjoy this full experience. So that's the whole weighing process. Actually, I should probably do this too. This scale here also has the ability to do body fat. So let's see what this says. I will also be that was my face. I also will be the first to say that I'm not 100% sure that this is legit. Whenever anything is saying it's your body fat percentage and it's not, it's just kind of shooting weird things through your body, it's always iffy. But this thing is saying, it's saying 31.7. So that's not where I want it. The number I'm looking for is 15, so I got to lose 16% of body fat. That's gonna be fun. All right, so let's actually write that down too. We'll write that down right below it. And yeah, so we now know how much I weigh and what my body fat is. So let's go back upstairs and we'll measure all of the fun measurements so that we can see where I'm losing that weight as I'm losing the weight. All right, we're back upstairs into the office. So now let's measure. Measuring is a great secondary form to track when you are losing weight. Weight is really just your relationship with gravity and the earth. So you could be 200 pounds and be healthy, or you could be 200 pounds and not healthy. It's just one of the factors that we, as health professionals, myself included, track just to kind of see where things are going. With that, body fat percentage is really the thing that I care most about. That's really what tends to be a good factor of overall health. The third would be measurements. So taking measurements of shoulders, chest, waist, hips, legs, arms, those types of things. So yeah, that's what we're going to do now. So first off, we had my weight. And that was, if I can learn how to draw an arrow, 236, we'll say. It was like 0.4, but who's really counting? Then we got body fat percentage, and that was 31%. So those aren't the best things in the world, but hey, you got to start somewhere. So I will now show you how to measure your body. Realistically, I'm going to do a fun little drawing over here. There's only a few places that really matter because I do tend to read more about bodybuilding and stuff like that. I measure a couple more areas than most. But the first is the neck. Then you do the shoulders. Then you're going to do the chest. If that's your belly button. Your waist. Your hips. Your leg, your arms. Those are, and you can't even see that. That's really lame. But I'm going to show you on myself how to measure them. So this is fun, but I'm going to take off my shirt and show you exactly how I measure them and actually measure each of those items. So let's actually just get rid of this real fast. And then we're going to do... All right, so let me show you how to measure all these. Oh, you don't have a giant life-size, larger than life Captain America in your office? Yeah, I do. I think we're gonna have to zoom that down a little bit. Yeah, that way you can see that better. Okay. So let me show you how to measure yourself. First, this shirt is tight enough that I don't have to take it off, since we'll try and keep this PG. This is a cool little contraption I picked up over the years. It's a measuring tape that links in, and then you push the button and it cinches up on you. So I use that to measure. Another easy form is to just use, I guess this would be a clothing measuring tape, sewing tape. So I'm going to use this because it's a lot easier, especially with one hand, to do everything. So first off is the neck. Makes it real easy. Just kind of where you would wear a necklace is where that would go. So right kind of where the collar of my shirt is actually a nice visual for you. So that's all right. We got 15 inches. That's not too shabby. Shoulders. Shoulders, when you measure it, are going to be kind of the widest part of that. So put this around the body. If you notice, it goes down. Wearing a shirt's a little bit rough, but it's going to go right there. You'll see it on the shoulders. Boom, hit the button. 47. Now chest. This one, ladies, just wear, you don't want to wear a sports bra per se, but you want to wear something that holds them but doesn't collapse them, if that makes sense. You want to line it up right where your nipples are, and kind of just like it would be a bra strap or a heart rate monitor strap for you men that don't frequently wear bras. And in this case, you want to just rest, because if you kind of cinch, you can kind of get things. So, okay, 44. Waist. The easiest way to remember this one is it's the belly button. You're going to line up everything right around that belly button. And you want, I know that I personally tend to have a natural suck-in concept that I always just kind of am always sucking the gut in. This one, you don't want to push it out like you're, you know, hey, look how big I am. But you want to be comfortable. Waist. This one's easy because I tend to wear my gym shorts around my waist. So it's visually going to be right above your butt crack in most cases. Most people's hips, it's that widest part of your body before you get into the curve of your butt. So it rests right here above my butt. Legs are a fun one. Here, I'll bring over a chair a little bit. You wouldn't normally use a chair for this because you want this to be as relaxed as possible, and so gravity would be the best. I know this might be oversharing, but I'm a boxer brief kind of guy, and so I tend to just go where my boxers line up. That is the easiest way for me to continually hit the same point. I also, like, if you have maybe, I know this is a little weird, but like a mole or birthmark, that can also be a solid reminder of where to measure. But for the most part, you want to hit mid-thigh. 28. And then last but not least, arm. And you would want to measure each leg and each arm because yes, there is some, more often than not, you're going to have one arm that is, I've seen a full inch smaller or bigger than the other one. So let's take a look at the measurements. We've got my neck is 15, shoulders are 47, chest is 44, waist is 43, hips are 43. The fact that those two numbers are the same, sadly, is not good. We need to get that changed. Legs are 28 and arms are 15. And just for, you know, the fact that I'm doing this and I'm putting it out there for you guys, I am going to take off my shirt just as a nice solid before picture. So there's just that solid layer of fat on everything. And I mean, I can get this going. That's, I know all of you, hopefully you're not eating. But yeah, good old love handles. I mean, I have muscle. I just need to get rid of that fat. I mean, you can even see there's a little I mean, I've got the muscle. I just need to get rid of this layer or three of fat around it. And so that is the goal for this. And talking about goals, I'm actually going to show you my journal and how I'm goal setting for this 40 days up next. All right, and last but not least is goal planning. I go into my journal a lot more in depth in a video that I just made that I'm going to be posting in the next couple of days. So go ahead and take a look at that. But goal setting, I break it down into 6 areas: personal, health, spiritual, family, financial, and business. At most, I want to get 3 goals in each of them. At the minimum, at least 1. So, personal goals for this next 40 days. I want to read more, in all honesty. And that's non-Bible reading. So, I want to just read 30 minutes a night. So, before I go to bed, the last thing I'm going to do is read 30 minutes of a book a night. And I've thought about this before I was making this video, and really that's the only real personal goal right now I have. Health-wise, I'm going to go into the in-depth of the goals that I have for my health, but realistically it is I want to get down to 210 pounds. So that's, if I'm 236 right now, that's 26 pounds I need to lose. I want to be at 15% body fat. So I need to drop 16% body fat there. And really, I want to be active / workout 6 times a week. That's my goal for that. Spiritually, I want to go to church every Sunday. Since we've had Jonathan about 2 months ago, going to church has been more and more difficult. So the goal is to go to church every Sunday during this 40 days, is to really make that once again a part of our weekly events. The other one I had written down was fast more, which I really think is going to be a part of this, so I don't want to write that down. But I think that
there might be more that gets added to that later on. Family. Right now, I want to take my beautiful wife Danielle out on more dates. So date, Danielle. One time a month. I should always be trying to date Danielle, but I want to take her out at least once a month. And then second, no phone between 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. That's family time. That's when we're eating dinner, doing all that fun stuff. Financial. There's a couple of books I'm reading, but all in all, I want to go through the Financial Peace University. Good old Dave Ramsey. I have all the stuff for it. I just need to do it. And so that is officially that. And last but not least, and surely not least, it is business. What are my 3 business goals right now? My first is to get to 10 clients. So if you're interested in being trained, there's also a link in the description for that. But 10 clients, 1,000 subs on YouTube. And let's see, what's the third? I have Instagram, but I'm going to make it fun. I want to go, in 40 days, let's get $5,000 in good old revenue. So yeah, that's a good layout for my goals for the next 40 days and what to focus on. I told you that it would something would lead and kind of change in this. In the spirit category, I just remembered that I got a phone call about an hour ago about a small group at church that they want me to be a part of because it's going to be health related. So really jumping into that and taking a look at that should be a good goal. But that is the goals for the next 40 days, is to focus on these. So let's see what we got. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 goals, 40 days. I think we can do it, especially because some of the goals are very easy to obtain. They're more habit-based goals, reading 30 minutes a day. That's a habit. No phone, that's a habit building. Workouts, habit building. So that's my goals for the next 40 days. And so yeah, that is my game plan for the next 40 days. I'm really excited to have you come along on this journey of me losing weight and gaining faith and doing all the things that I have been telling you guys to do. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. And like always, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. There's all the links to YouTube, all the links to my social media stuff. I'll be posting, little things throughout the day there, especially Instagram, doing more stories. But yeah, God bless, finish strong, and I will see you tomorrow on day 1. Bye.